when did you start your business, by the way?
The
What year did
best
you?
time ever, 2008, baby.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome. What were some of your like big aha, like big ahas or like things that happened like in the early climb that helped you excel to the next level, and then like your next big aha, like what do those things look like? If you could have gone back in time and been like, okay, I should have done this.
hmm
I should have done this first and then this and then that. Like, what would that sequence of events look like to compress time and accelerate your growth curve even faster than what you've already achieved?
Sure. So there's definitely some lessons learned along the way. Something that I realized pretty early on is that at the very beginning, it was about relationships, right? So in 2008, a lot of my business was accomplished just through going deep into my sphere. And I had come from a background in new home sales. And so I was, communicating with all of the agents in my past. One thing I did really poorly, I didn't stay in touch with all the clients that I had sold new homes, which looking back, I want to kick myself. So I did what was easy and inexpensive, which was the relationship building directly. But if I had actually stayed in touch with buildings, I sold condo buildings, entire communities of new construction homes that were in the 1.2 to $2.5 million price range. And I didn't stay in touch with those people. So number one lesson, like really evaluate all the people in your life that you should be staying in touch with. And I took amazing care of those people. They loved me and I didn't stay in touch with them.
Is
Okay.
there, I got it. Let me interrupt for just a quick second. Do you think there's a way to automate the referral side of your business, or do you think it's not possible?
I do. I think that you have to care about the relationship. So you can't put it on autopilot and not have any personal. Like
Mhm.
for me, I learned this from one of my real estate coaches. I do letters of the heart, and that's me sharing vulnerability that's going on in my life, right? And being like, if I make a mistake in business that I learn from, sometimes I'll share that. And I think that that creates raving fans that want to see you win because you're not only sharing when you go on a family vacation or, you're sharing the real side of you. And that's not completely automated, but by doing it in a more personal way, I think that's more impactful than me sending a just sold postcard, right? So I think I could have, looking back, set it up so I stayed in relationship with all of those people, and I probably would have grown a lot faster.
Do you,
The other, go
if,
ahead.
question I have for you is, imagine you're somebody that like gets into real estate because you want freedom. You want to one day have a business that can operate without you, and literally you just collect shareholder distribution checks. If you're not going to be involved in the business, how do you maintain that, personal relationship? If like perhaps, you don't even want to, you want to spend half the year in another city vacationing or whatever. How would you, if you can't physically be there to spend time with clients, or maybe you don't even want to like put forth the effort to write the cards you were mentioning or the letters you were mentioning, and you just want the business to be on autopilot. Is it a sustainable business model to be referral based? If you want to, because like, to get a business that is on autopilot, you have to have a lot of revenue. You have to have a lot of people. And, if you're largely referral based, it's a hard thing to scale and maintain if you want to exit the business at some point.
Well, I don't think you can only be referral based. So I think it's very important that you have different pillars of success. And I
Mhm.
will say this, you can systemize anything, right? You can systemize moments of vulnerability. So if you're not willing to have a 10-minute conversation with your copywriter to put that on autopilot, you probably should just get out completely because your business will erode and you will suck. That's my opinion.
Mhm.
I think that you can have minimal impact to your time by just getting smarter about how you automate things and the
Mhm.
people you put in place to duplicate what you've already done.
Mhm.
I think it would be short-sighted to say, I'm going to go on vacation for 6 months and I am not going to even, like, you could pre-plan for 6 months those letters very successfully
Yeah.
if you wanted to truly detach. But if you just walked away and said, I'm going to leave for 6 months and I'm not going to put the plans in place to support the relationships in my life, I think your business would dramatically decrease. And I think that lack of planning and connection is what causes a lot of agents to be perpetually in a lead generation cycle, because they don't care enough about the relationships to put the effort forth to stay in touch. So my personal opinion, do the work. And that doesn't mean that it has to take hours of your life. I mean, if I'm running multiple businesses, in addition to the hyperfast agent business and coaching agents around the country, I'm also doing development, and I have over 80 condos that I'm developing, and that's in progress right now. So there's raising money for that that's happening. There's a lot of balls in the air, and I have 3 children and 1 on the way. I've had to learn about systemizing, right?
Yep.
And the other lesson that I was going to say that really allowed me to compress time, I learned to be honest with myself about my weaknesses.